I'm speaking to a room full of masters. Wow, what an honor. Before I begin, I need to tell everybody that I just gave birth to my my first child 17 days ago. So if I seem slightly unhinged, don't worry, I am. But in a way, we've all just given birth, haven't we? We've gestated our skills, and the last semester has been a sort of labor, and we've shed blood, sweat, and tears to deliver our thesis, right? And just when we think we're done, someone hands us a baby with limited instructions on what to do from here. But what if the most valuable thing that we have to offer the world isn't any of our artistic skills? Before you get mad, I want to share a story. For most of my 20s, I had a job that a million designers would kill for at a very popular entertainment company. When asked that question, "So what do you do for work?" I could watch them be instantly impressed and never have to admit that I was utterly miserable. There was this nagging voice in the back of my head screaming at me that I was more than just my skills, that I might even have something to say. Ugh, how inconvenient. I tried everything, but no amount of side hustling, bodybuilding, or dieting would make that voice go away. The only thing left to do was to trust it. And now here we are, stepping out from the safety of school into a world of uncertainty. But I have 3 pieces of really good news. Number 1 is that self-trust is a muscle that can be built. The more we exercise it, the easier it gets. The day I quit my very cool job, it felt like I had just jumped off a cliff. Little did I know that it would allow me to truly meet myself for the first time. When faced with uncertainty, knowing and trusting deep down that we'll be okay, that's the difference between falling and flying. Good news number 2, resilience never feels good. Liz, that's not good news. It is, and I'll tell you why. Because the times in our lives where we had to be the most resilient are the ones we'll look back on with the most pride. When my old colleagues started families and got promotions, I was watching my savings account dwindle and painting so many still lifes, I wanted to scream. My husband, bless him, would have to mop me up from a puddle multiple times a week until I started seeing pieces of my soul in my work and eventually started winning awards. Resilience is marketed as strength, but when we're actually being resilient, it feels a whole heck of a lot like weakness. It's the part of our favorite character's story when all seems lost and they find the grit to keep going. So if after graduation it feels like we're riding the struggle bus, we're well on our way to becoming our own favorite character. And finally, good news number 3. Our skills are the least interesting thing about us. That's a weird thing to say to a room full of masters, Liz. I busted my ass for these skills, and you did, and you're very good. But how good? Good enough to be paid what you're worth when AI can do it instantly and for free? Maybe, for now. But what happens when our skills lose value? This school showed me that my story is the most valuable thing I have to offer. It's our unique perspective and human crunchiness that makes our work distinctly ours. Oscar Wilde said, "Experience is the name we give our mistakes." And if that's true, my time at ArtU has made me so grateful for the years I spent doing the wrong thing, for the pain and the deep insecurities that made me feel like I needed to be something I wasn't. There's no algorithm for that experience. So as I stand before you, held together by duct tape and caffeine, I'm telling you that your unique perspective is the one thing that cannot be taken away from you. That it is our duty as artists to have the most human experience we possibly can, to trust ourselves, to be resilient, and to have a story. Thank you for sharing this part of your story with me. Congratulations, class of 2025.